For 3 years, I worked in silence on an idea that could transform an entire industry. After hundreds of sleepless nights, I finally stood in front of a room filled with investors in London, ready to present everything I had built. Halfway through my presentation, the CEO's daughter stood up, smiled, and announced that the company would move forward with her concept instead. The room erupted into applause. I quietly closed my laptop, wished them good luck, and walked away. They laughed as I left. None of them realized the most valuable part of the project locked out with me. 48 hours later, someone was pounding on my front door. My name is Callum Ashcroft, and this happened in London. For almost 3 years, I had been the lead architect behind one of the company's biggest confidential projects. While everyone else focused on meetings and presentations, I spent my nights solving problems no one else could solve. Every design, every algorithm, and every strategy had my fingerprints on it. I never asked for attention. I only wanted the project to succeed. The company announced that we would finally present our work to a room full of investors from across the United Kingdom. If everything went well, the funding would secure our future for years. I arrived early, tested every slide, and rehearsed my presentation one last time. Everything was going perfectly until the conference room doors opened. The CEO walked in with his daughter, Arabella. Although she had only joined the company a few months earlier, everyone already treated her like the future executive. Halfway through my presentation, she suddenly interrupted. She smiled confidently and said the company had decided to move forward with her concept. Instead, because it was more exciting for investors. Without asking a single question, everyone began clapping. I looked around the room. Not one executive defended the work I had spent years creating. The CEO avoided eye contact. I calmly closed my laptop. I smiled and simply said, "I hope your version works. Enjoy the funding." Then I walked out. What they did not know was simple. The software they had just approved depended on a security framework. That only existed because I had personally designed it. It had never been transferred into the company's permanent infrastructure because management kept delaying my final contract. By the time I reached home, I had already submitted my resignation. The following morning, I accepted an offer from another technology company that had respected my work from the beginning. Less than 48 hours later, my phone exploded with missed calls. I ignored everyone. Then, someone knocked loudly on my front door. Standing outside was the company's chief financial officer. His face looked exhausted. He admitted the investor demonstration had completely failed. The copied system crashed during live testing because no one understood how my framework actually worked. Several investors paused their funding until the company could prove the technology was stable. Millions of pounds were suddenly at risk. The CFO asked me to return immediately. I politely declined. He doubled my previous salary. I still refused. Then he admitted something that surprised me. The board had finally discovered that most of the innovation everyone praised had actually come from me. Internal documents, development records, and project logs confirmed. Every major breakthrough carried my name. The CEO could no longer hide the truth. Within weeks, the board removed several executives responsible for taking credit for other employees. The CEO resigned shortly afterward. His daughter quietly left the company. Meanwhile, I joined my new employer. Instead of treating me like someone replaceable, they made me head of innovation. For the first time in years, my work was respected instead of stolen. 6 months later, our new product launched successfully across the United Kingdom. Many of the same investors who ignored me during that presentation became our biggest supporters. Looking back, I realized losing that meeting was actually the greatest opportunity of my career. Sometimes the best revenge is not proving people wrong. It is succeeding where they can no longer stop you. Respect cannot be demanded. It must be earned. The people who applauded someone for stealing an idea discovered that talent cannot be copied and integrity cannot be replaced. Success came not from revenge, but from walking away with confidence and letting the truth reveal itself.